Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show y'all what I made for the Cozy Cottage Swap hosted here on YouTube by Samantha, who's Southern Charm Paper here on YouTube and on Instagram. We were to make a 3D cottage, 3 frames, decorated frames, and a set of note cards and a salt shaker tassel. This is what I created and I hope you like it. For the first thing, this is my cottage. I created it. It was cottage core themed. That was the theme of the swap. And I created my cottage from a cutting die from KS Craft. And it is the tissue box cover. And a box of tissues goes in here. And then when you pull them out, they come out the chimney. And I decorated mine in this moss sage-like green paper and some I guess dusky pink, almost a peach color plain cardstock, and that came from a pack from Michael's. For the wood pieces, I used some textured wood grain paper, and that was from Ellen Hudson a long time ago. I used, I created the clip art from a collection on that I bought from Etsy, and I also added some pieces from Creative Fabrica, like the bench and the floral sprays and things like that. I used some light modeling paste and a brick stencil just to add some bricks to break up the monotony of the plain paper. I'll just go around. Like that there. And then I put some of the, I cut out some of the clip art using print and cut on my Cricut, and I added stickles where I could. There's a goose. In the front I have a little brad that mimics a pulled doorknob. And I have another goose. On this side, more windows and bricks. I created a fence in silhouette. I used a one of the bicycle clip arts, and I added glossy accent onto the metal parts. In the back, I have a hanging herb and flower rack, and take up some space. Some more of the fences, and then I have some sprays in the window box, a little bird nest, a bench, and a dog, and of course another goose. And I created some roof shingles that I put on the top. I added bricks all around my chimney, and that is the box. Another thing we were to create was note cards, a set of note cards, and I did these here. And I did the Cozy Cottage blue and green. And first off, I created some wax seals to go with them. I have 2 green cards and 2 blue cards. I'm going to open the box here. All right, I have some coordinating shred. And I'll take out the cards. And they each have an envelope. And these are my cards. I have this one here, Sending Smiles. And I created this with a border of gold foil, some little gemmies, a background paper that I printed out from the clip art collection. I used a stencil, not a stencil, a 3D embossing folder, and then I highlighted the embossing with white ink, added some stickles to the center of the flowers, and then on the inside I just have a little gem. And that's the green. I have two of the green. They all have different sayings. And then I have the blue cards, and they're just the same, just a different paper. And they were made the same way. They all have a gem. So those are my note cards. The next thing we were to make was some 2 frames decorated, and I made resin frames. These are all resin by me, and I made one in the green going with my swap colors, and I have some wild orchid craft flowers, some little peach pearls, stickles, and a resin butterfly, and that was stickled also. So that's one frame. The other frame is pretty much the same, just in blue and pink. The other was the green and peach, and I added some gesso with my finger along the raised areas of the resin piece, and then I added a plain white mold so they could frame that they could decorate themselves. So those were my frames. I hope they like them. Mix them. And this is the box that the frames are going to go in. It's just created with, I think that's a little bit of the Silly Goose paper and some more of the clip art that I print and cut. Let's see here. Oh, as a crafter's choice, I made trinket trays. I molded these with epoxy resin, just like the others. And I added some rub and buff in gold. And they can put keys, coins, shake out, shaker mixes, whatever they would like to use it for, rings. And then I made a blue one also in the cottage core colors. So I made one of those for Samantha as well. As well as a set of frames. And then I made Sam a card. Oops, losing my backdrop. Made Sam a card. And let's see if I can get this out. Using the same 3D embossing folder. Oh, it's upside down. Good heavens. It says, "You are so sweet." And I've added some gemmies. And I've stickled the flowers, added a little watercolor marker in the centers so they didn't get lost in the background. And on the inside, I have a deckle-edged piece of heavyweight vellum that she can write her note or her letter, or she can gift this to someone else. And then I just added some silver elastic on the spine of in the fold of the card. So that's for Sam. And then, last but not least, well, last I guess, is the salt shaker tassel. And I created this, it came as a white box. I put the Silly Goose paper around it. I punched 2 holes in the top, put the ribbon through the lobster clasp inside, so when she pulls it off, her tassel will come out hanging like that. And this here is the tassel I created. I used a one of the goose salt and pepper shakers from Cracker Barrel. Added a gold lobster clasp. And then on the tassel itself, I don't think I can get it all in to the frame here at once. It's pretty long. And it has a whole array of ribbons and trims. I've got some paper or fabric strips, some satin ribbons, some 1-inch rickrack, some lace, some gingham fabric strips, some pom-poms, and I tried to incorporate all the colors that I used in my swap. There's some mint green, there's this pretty sagey moss green ribbon from Hobby Lobby, and some of this trim here I've had for a really long time. And to put some of my swap items in to send, I sublimated these pretty satin bags. And this was one of the clip art patterns. And I added the dog and the bench. And there's the goose. And then up on top is the cute little bird nest. So I'm going to put the the frames and whatever I can put in here, fit in here so it goes in the mail all right. And I also had I made this wax seal for Sam's card. And Sam's card, let's see here if I can get it out. I created an envelope for Sam. It's one of the patterned papers. And it looks like this. And then her wax seal will just go on the back. So that is my swap for the Cozy Cottage. I hope you liked it. I appreciate it if you'd give it a thumbs up and leave a comment. And I hope you have a great week. Thank you for watching. Bye.